Totoo at seryoso. Yan ang pananaw ni Attorney Jeremy Lotok ng National Bureau of Investigation na nag-imbestiga sa mga binitawang salita ni Vice President Sara Duterte laban kina Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos at dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Sa pagharap niya sa impeachment trial kahapon, sinabi ni Lotok na hindi maituturing na sakop ng freedom of speech ang mga pahayag ng bise. May unang balita si Sandra Aguinaldo.
Sa ika-4 na araw ng impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte, sumalang bilang pangalawang witness ng prosecution si Attorney Jeremy Lotok.
I, Jeremy C. Lotok, do swear.
Bukod sa pagiging hepe ng Cybercrime Division ng NBI noong 2024, si Lotok ang head ng investigation team sa pagbabanta ng bise sa isang online media briefing noong November 23, 2024. Sa naturang media briefing, nabanggit ng bise na may nakausap na siyang tao para ipapatay si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos at dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
To me, as the chief investigator at that time, the utterances made by the Vice President was serious, and the threat was real and actual, sir.
Is this contained in your investigation report?
Yes, sir.
What made you say that? Na yung pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente ay both seryoso at totoo.
Number one, the delivery or manner in which the utterances were spoken.
That's one.
Number two, the literal meaning of the statement, Your Honor. Number three, the nature of the instruction. And number four, the relationship between the parties. The Vice President was furious and fuming mad. Nakita ho namin dun sa video nung niran ho namin, Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, I think more or less 8 beses ho siyang galit na galit at nagmumura at minumura yung Presidente, si First Lady, and then si former Speaker of the House, sir.
Isa-isa namang inilista ni Lotok ang 7 timestamp ng naging pagmumura ng bise.
Why is this a factor in classifying her threats as serious and real?
Yes, Your Honor, it's very much factor because we want to establish the intent of the Vice President, and that intent is crucial in our investigation. We want to determine whether those utterances made by the Vice President were just a product of a temporary fit of anger. Was it just spur of the moment? Or were they really serious?
Was it serious, real?
Yeah, Your Honor. In those utterances, the Vice President said, wag kang tumigil hanggat hindi mo sila mapapatay. It shows persistence on the part of the Vice President, that she was determined to carry out those utterances.
Dagdag ni Lotok, para sa kanya ay nakababahala ang naging pahayag ng bise.
Your Honor, pwede hong mag-take advantage ng ibang grupo dyan, ibang individual. God forbid may mangyari sa Vice Presidente for one reason or the other. Mati-trigger ho ngayon yung instruction, and then papatayin ngayon yung, God forbid again, ang Presidente, Liza Marcos, ang former Speaker. And in fact, even yung triggering na phase na yon, pwedeng mag-take advantage doon yung ibang grupo, thinking na pag in-assassinate natin ang tatlo, ang sisisihin ang Vice Presidente. Medyo magiging disorder, magiging chaotic, magiging anarchy yung society.
Sa kanilang pag-iimbestiga, nakahanap pa raw sila ng iba pang video bago pa man ang November online press conference. Nakita raw nila ang isang press conference noong October 18 ng parehong taon sa Facebook page ng Office of the Vice President.
Gusto ko tanggalin yung ulo niya ba? I realized toxic na yung relationship. Imagined myself cutting his head.
Maging ang ilang bahagi mula sa November 23 press conference, ipinakita sa Senado.
Ninyong lahat, Martin Romualdez, Lisa Marcos, Bongbong Marcos.
Ano yung significance ng 3 comparisons nito sa investigasyon nyo?
Based on these patterns and consistencies in the utterances made by the Vice President, it appears that these statements have tendency to stir up the people against the government, have tendency to disturb the peace of the community.
At nang tanungin ng private prosecutor si Lotoc tungkol sa depensa ng Vice President na freedom of expression lamang ang kanya naging pananalita,
3 reasons, Your Honor. When the second highest official of the land openly and publicly uttered that she had already contracted a person to kill, the highest official of the land, the First Lady and the former Speaker, and that she instructed the person to be relentless in killing them, we failed to see any amount of freedom of speech in that utterances, Your Honor. That's number 1. Number 2, we talk to ourselves. If we allow the argument that it is within the bounds of freedom of speech, if we allow that to become the norms of our society, then who would prevent anybody from doing the same to anyone?
matatandaang nagsampa ng reklamo ang NBI sa Justice Department na nagsagawa naman ng preliminary investigation.
Based on your affidavit of investigation, did the Vice President commit a crime?
Based on our
Objection,
findings.
Your Honor, leading.
Based on your investigation, Attorney Lotoc,
Yes, sir.
was
Yes,
there
Your Honor.
enough basis to file a criminal complaint, as you did, for the crimes you charged the Vice President with? Prima facie evidence only, ha? Not as to whether or not she indeed committed it or not, because only a court of justice can determine that.
Yes, Your Honor. Based on our findings, we believe that the Vice President committed the crime of grave threats and inciting to sedition.
Only insofar as satisfying the requirement of prima facie evidence sufficient to file a case.
Prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction.
Nang questionin na ng mga Senator Judge si Lotoc, tinanong siya kung nakitaan ba nila ng motibo ang bise para sa kanyang mga umunay pagbabanta.
What findings, if any, convince the NBI the motive of the respondent to kill the president and 2 other people? Meron po bang kayong nakitang motibo?
Yes, Your Honor. As I've said before, when we take into consideration all the facts and circumstances surrounding that issue, nagkaroon ng hindi magandang relasyon yung dalawa, and then nagbato na ang Vice Presidente ng mga salitang mabibigat laban sa Presidente. Sinasabi ng Vice Presidente is politically motivated yung pag-attack sa kanya, and then at the same time pinagtutulungan siya ng buong gobyerno. So parang nagpatong-patong na ho siya, convolution ng iba't ibang issue. So nakita ho namin talagang galit ang Vice Presidente sa Presidente.
Sa isang punto rin ay tila nagkasagutan sina Senator Judge Amy Marcos at Lotoc dahil sa ilang typographical errors sa mga dokumentong isinabmit nila sa impeachment trial.
November 6 pa lang, minamanmanan na si Vice President. Iniimbestigahan na siya bago pa yung Zoom conference sa Kongreso.
No, Your Honor, I believe that's a typo yung date.
Counsel, we shall await. Let the
Yes.
document speak for itself.
Yes, Your Honor, please.
If it's there.
Inusisa naman ng mga Senator Judge, may kinontrata nga bang tao ang bise para ipapatay ang Pangulo, First Lady at dating House Speaker?
Tinuloy niyo ba yung investigasyon para matukoy ang taong ito.
Unfortunately, wala kaming ma-establish na validated information.
Tanong ni Senador Joel Villanueva, paano naman kung hindi matunto ng aktual na assassin? Hindi na ba ito maituturing na grave threat? Sagot ni Lotok, grave threat pa rin ito.
Kung hindi po ma-identify o ma-locate ang sinasabing assassin, does that automatically mean that the threat is no longer credible or actionable?
The threat was absolute.
Dagdag na sagot ni Lotok sa mga senador, hindi porket walang assassin na mapatunayan ay wala nang basihan ang kasong grave threats laban sa bise.
Kailangan po ba ng patunay na may kinontratang assassin para maituring na grave threats ang mga sinabi?
Grave threats can be committed with or without condition.
Si Senador Aquino, dinerecho na ang depensa. Tila hindi raw niya kasi nakikita sa mga nakalipas na panahon na itinanggi man lang ng bise na may kinausap siyang papatay sa Pangulo. Sagot ng depensa, wala. Magpapakita raw sila ng ebidensya.
You're not denying that the Vice President spoke to a hitman.
No, we are denying that, Your Honor.
Ito ang unang balita. Sandra Aguinaldo, GMA News.